Alright, who's ready to mess around with some extra concrete production? And we're even going to use refineries. It's been 2 weeks since I last died. Look at that. So I do have the concrete platform just kind of set up ready to go. It is literally just like right here. So I use this little pool right here for the water we're going to need because we're using the alternate wet concrete recipe. My favorite. It makes so much concrete. It's crazy. So the only thing is, you know, obviously you need a water source and then your limestone. So up on over here, we have the little pool that I have jam-packed with 6 water pumps. I jammed into this little spot. Look at that. You can actually fit, I think it was 7 total. You can actually get one more right here. But since I don't need it, and it kind of made the whole build take up a little bit extra space, I just took it out. So you can actually fit 7 water pumps in this tiny little pond. How about that? Absolutely crazy. Way more than I thought I was ever going to fit in here. So we do need 5 water extractors. But I'm technically going to run 6 because we need 600 cubic meters of water per minute, which means we're going to have 2 pipes. 2 pipes full at 300. And I'm going to set all of these to do 100. So they're going to be downclocked a little bit, and it's going to make it a little bit easier just to, you know, keep things running smoothly instead of trying to split it between 5 extractors between the pipes I'm going to send up. So it's going to be 2 pipes, 300 each. We're going to send them up here. This bridge over here leads you to one of our limestone miners over there. That is an impure node over there. That back bridge over there leads up to the pure limestone node that's literally just up on the hill, probably right about there. And then the other one that I'm going to be using is this one right here because, whoa, sorry about that. Because we do need 720 limestone per minute. So it's going to be quite the build. Obviously, I don't have the belt to move 720 limestone at once just yet, but it is a nice number for when we get to the Mark V conveyor belts. But until then, we're stuck with Mark III. But I am going to build this in mind that I'm getting Mark IV conveyor belts very soon, probably by the end of this episode or immediately in the following episode, where I need to move 480 parts per minute from that miner back there. Just totally fine. It's not a big, like, I'm going to set this up as if we had the Mark IV conveyor belts and lifts, and then I'll just use Mark III for now. And then we'll just adjust it as soon as we get our hands on the Mark IV belts. And that should be fine. So we've got this one is going, like I said, the one back there is going to be 480 and I need 720. So what's 720 minus 480? 240. Okay, so each of these only needs to do 120. So I need another power. So these are going to need 2 power shards each to bump out 120 per minute. And I can just use Mark II conveyor belts and lifts. But yeah, I've got this. I kind of raised it up off the ground because that's not supposed to be there. I kind of raised it up off the ground because I wanted to still be able to drive underneath it and pass underneath it. Easily, because this is kind of a if you know, there's kind of like a built-in road system sort of in the game, and this kind of follows it like a natural road system, I guess you could call it, or pathways, and this kind of follows it. So I wanted to make sure I still left this open. Anyway, let's talk about what we're gonna do today. We got the concrete production overhaul, like I'm talking about. I'll go over the machines and everything we're gonna need. It's gonna give us 480 concrete per minute. That is insane for this early on in the game. But do you want to know why we need so much? I mean, it's probably a little bit more than we need, but do you want to know why we need so much concrete? Because road blueprints. We're gonna start building a road system for these tractors to be able to go on, and then once we get the bigger blueprint makers later on, I'm going to make an even bigger road system, or I might even still just build off this one and we'll do it like 2 pieces. And then from that we can take the Sorry, I kept having a sneeze. So basically what I was trying to say was I want to get the bigger blueprint makers to make larger road pieces for the actual trucks, because I've always thought that the roadways you end up building for tractors can be kind of nice and clean and small, but the trucks are so big and their turning radius sucks so bad that it's hard to kind of drive them on the same road system. So I'm going to start with, or this time around in this playthrough, I'm going to build a separate road system, one for the tractors and then one for the truck, like the big trucks. I mean, they can kind of cross over here and there just for like little bits, but I'm going to try and keep them like separated on their own system so we have a lot less overlap. And then to round out the day, we're going to commit a little bit of murder. We are going to be heading on over to the oil coast over here, which has gotten even more oil added to it in 1.0. So this is definitely my absolute one of my favorite oil spots. So we're going to have to head on over here and safety it up a little bit, because there's a lot of things that want to cause us harm in this area. So we're going to have to we're going to load up on our railgun. I don't think we are close enough to getting the actual rifle. Let me double check here. It's under... What's it under? Sulfur? Yeah. Yeah, so I need rubber to get the gun. But I could maybe get explosive rebar. I would just have to unlock the smokeless powder. I do have some plastic, so maybe I can go ahead and unlock. Maybe we'll get some explosive rebar before we head over. But to start us off, let's do the concrete production overhaul. Like I said, we're going to need a few different things. We are going to need these 6. You're going to need 6 water extractors, which I have already done, but I'll just show you what you'll need for them. Or I'll just set up as like, or if I didn't put them down. And then you're going to need 3 miner Mark IIs. Again, mine are already set up, but you know, just so you see what we're going to need for everything. We're going to need 6 refineries, not 7. 6 refineries. They're only set to do wet concrete, and we'll have them nicely set up here in a minute. That's going to pump out 480 concrete per minute, throwing that into storage bin. Some industrial storage. I'm also definitely going to need an awesome sink for this, because this, again, like stuff is going to be flying. And then, actually, we need technically 2 for now, because I can't, well, actually it won't matter because I can't move 480 stuff into it anyway. So yeah, we'll need the one awesome sink to put on the end. And then you're going to need also, in your logistics, you're going to need a couple smart splitters. So make sure you have AI limiters, which luckily for me, I have a whole bunch just sitting here ready to go. You grab a big stack of that out there. That's why I like to just set, you know, sometimes having some manually fed assemblers doing stuff while you're gone, it's pretty handy, because then you can come back and I don't have to end up putting it together by hand. So let's head on up there and we will start putting this build together. All right, the sun is coming up. We're working with a nice and spacious area over here. We only needed to fit in the 6 refineries, so we got lots of space to work with. I like to leave myself now in my playthroughs, especially as I'm getting it further in. I'm learning, give yourself more and more space. There's so much room on this map. Don't worry about taking up extra space. You got lots of it. So, also, if you do want to follow along, as per last time, I did put in the Google Drive. I'm updating it in between episodes. You can find episode 12 start, and you can follow along this concrete platform and everything, the water pumps, all this. Basically, you'll start from where I started recording the episode. So you'll be all caught up with me and ready to go if you really wanted to follow along. Don't worry about the, I do have a couple mods installed just for recording purposes, like changing the daylight, and like my flight one just for, I'm recording, like, I used to record intros where I was flying and stuff, but, yeah, so the mods don't change anything about the gameplay, so if you don't have them, don't worry about it. You can still load the file, no problem. So, let's go ahead and get our refineries kind of set up here. I kind of want to use them going along this way. So I'm going to put in, actually, a lookout tower. I'm going to put it, actually, I'm going to see if I can go up there, and then we'll see if we can still build from up there. So we'll go, I have a jetpack. What am I doing? I unlocked the jetpack. I don't know if you guys knew. But all we have is solid biofuel, so it's terrible fuel choice. So I'm not really using it too much at the moment, but it's just good to have, and I'm trying to remember that I actually have it now, for, you know, when I fall off cliffs and things like that. It's just a little bit better than the parachute. Okay, so I did want to be maybe a little bit more closer to that side, but you know what you can actually do? So if we just go to architecture, give ourselves a little bit of a catwalk over that way. And then now we sort of have, it's sort of like we have a tower, except I should have built the one without the railings on this side, but at least this will keep me from falling off. So, refineries. Let's maybe start, you know, give ourselves a good amount of space in there. I'm going to go down a little closer just so I know how many things are actually on each side. So we got 2 on the back side. It looks like about 3 on the front. That's probably going to be the way we want to do it. Yeah, because some of this space is going to be for like walking around and... Okay, that should be fine. So, let's actually bring it back like that. And then line it up with that corner there. And it's also facing the wrong way. So, that's... There we go. Want the orange ones on this side. There's 1, 2, 3. So that's going to get 1 pipe. And then 4, 5... 6, that's going to get another pipe. Did I have myself enough room down here? I think I left 3, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, good amount of space here. So I think what we'll actually do is I'll set up the pipes first, especially since I like to set those up from above. I will grab, this is my fast way of doing it. If you guys have ever seen me, if you saw in my coal project episode, usually just find it a lot faster to just set up my pipeline supports and then kind of go from there. So if we go to right about, I'll put them here. I'll raise it up all the way. And I bring it down the line. Just like that. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to take my Mark 1 pipe, since that's all I have to work with for now. Eventually, if you wanted to, like when we have the Mark 2 pipes that can move 600, if you wanted to turn it all into a single pipe system, I suppose you could. I mean, I guess technically it can be a single pipe system, if you just feed it from both sides. Maybe I should just do that. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. I'll have the single pipe and we'll just feed it from both ends. So, and then we'll grab our pipeline junctions, hold a control to snap them all in line with... Oh, that was a close position on that. On that one? That's okay though. And then make sure we're in horizontal to vertical. And I want to go from the pipes into the machines. Otherwise, it looks like this, and then you're going to end up blocking the path for the belts. There we go, bam. You to you. Okay, so that's all our water set up. Now we can grab our splitters. Okay, so this is going to be... This needs 720, so I'm going to split this again in half, and I'm going to build it pretending I have the Mark IV conveyor belts. If you really wanted to like separate it all down into like the special belts for now, you can, but you just have to come and overhaul it later. So save myself time in the future. I'm just going to build it this way, and then we'll just put in new belts. All right, so that is going to be the limestone feed system now all done. So yeah, I've got Mark III belts kind of running as the line going in between. And then you actually have to have Mark II belts, which I don't normally have to do. Those go into your refineries because if you set it to wet concrete, it's 120 limestone per minute, and that's going to give us 80 each, man. That's so much this place is going to have concrete just flying through it. So now we got those all set up. Make sure you just kind of set everything to do the wet concrete. No one has to be underclocked or overclocked here, which is nice. These are full ready. That's kind of why I use these numbers, so that like no one had to be underclocked or overclocked. So those are ready to go now. So now you don't have to worry about pipe coming out of the backside because there's no liquid product, just concrete. So we're gonna put these all merged together. Because again, like I said, we're building this as if we had a Mark IV conveyor belt system. And then we'll feed that into an awesome sink. Awesome sink. Awesome sink. Should be able to go right here. There we go. I kind of want to line it up with this system. Just like that. It'll be a really clean output. Oh wait, I guess it has to go into storage first, right? Okay, so silly me. I guess maybe I can put that more towards the front here, because the front here was more or less just like the entrance, but that'll make more sense if this would be like where I can come and just grab. So I think maybe what I'll do is I'll build like the storage here. Let me grab the industrial storage. And then put that, I'm just gonna put it here for now, just like ceremony as a placeholder. Like that. Okay, and then like this will be like run up the thing, and grab a couple whatever you need, and then just bounce. And then the rest will go into an awesome sink, hopefully. So actually, yeah, that makes so I can actually put it there. So if I go with the awesome sink right there, that way this like maintains the whole factory area. And then we'll grab our mergers, make sure they're facing that way. Stick them right in the middle. Let's just put them down. Just like that. And then Mark II conveyor belts coming out of the machines because it's 80, right? So you do Mark I, your machines are just going to get backed up. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so Mark III conveyor belt for now. You will get converted in the future, but it doesn't actually matter because we're not even pumping out 480 at the moment anyway. And then we're going to grab Smart Splitter. We're going to line it up with that. I'm going to move the storage bin. Okay. So you go right there. Mark III belt into there. Mark III belt into there. And then move storage to be lined up with this. There we go. That is facing the wrong way. What do I think I'm doing with my life? Okay, there we go. We'll line up that. Put it a little further away. Let's say, what about there? And then a Mark III conveyor belt for now. And then so this smart splitter left, I want, any undefined. Center output is none. And right output is overflow. So now that'll just pull everything until the storage is full. And this line gets stopped up. And then we'll send it in the awesome sink. Perfect. It's actually so much easier than I thought it was going to be. I forgot. It's really not. Like, once you kind of get the hang of using refineries and stuff, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so this Mark III conveyor belt temporarily. Let's bring this to right here. I gotta figure out how to mix it together with the 300 from down here. Okay, so my best bet, I think, is probably split this line into mergers. Like with the, split this to merge together with like one line of each of those. And then merge that in from, okay, but I might do that. I do that from down below. I have some room to work with, like underneath. I don't know if I need to or not. That would be my main question. So I need to bring. Okay, so I get it. I kind of confused myself there. Okay, so I need a merger basically in front of these. Yeah, and I think I'll just put it underneath just so that it keeps the factory a little bit cleaner. But I'll do it like right here. And then we'll have... Sorry, my brain's just kind of putting this together as we go. Lift in there, lift in there. And then belt in there. Put the hole in the wrong spot. There we go. Okay, so now we just gotta go do the same thing on the other side. So from right here, I need a merger. I need to give myself enough space to be able to put the floor holes. You can just snug it in like that. Did that not line up? That didn't line up, did it? Wait, it did. So why can't I? Oh, faced the merger the wrong way. That's why. There we go. Okay, so belt. That was supposed to be Mark 3. Conveyor. Do I need a conveyor hole? Technically not for this one, right? No, okay. But, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab this, is this is going to go into a splitter. This is probably dumb, but, oops. So, splitter. One will stay up here, and then the other will go down below. So, let's say this one stays up here. Put it in like that. Then the other one can get right into a floor hole. And that will receive. That will go in there. Okay, so now that will split to merge with the other belt that's going to come from there. So that's going to go like, dude, and then it's going to go in there. And then this one's going to go underneath now. Hopefully this works. This might not even make it. This might not even work, but we're going to try. It does not. It would not work. It'll work if I move it over a little bit. That's the problem. It's like, I put it right on the joint. Okay, so we're just gonna move the floor hole. Let me just put it right here, so it's kind of out of the way. There we go. So that's fixed now, and then bring this one over here. Actually, I'm going to put this one up so that it's a little bit out of the way, so that this is a little bit cleaner. That should be fine. I don't need to put it like crazy high. There we go. Want it to be straight like that. And then I'm gonna need more steel beams. Need more steel beams. Air belt is too long. You're too long. Whoa, that went way higher than all the other ones. How did I do that? I thought this was like the max I could drag it up. Still straight? Okay. So yeah, you can definitely drag that a little bit higher, but I didn't for some reason. Okay, so let me go grab a couple more steel beams to finish this off. I kind of like having this just up a little higher so that I can move around through here still. Well, I didn't have to put it up as high as it is, but it's still not in the way of that guy, so that's fine. Actually, nothing is, so that's cool. That's the one hard part about building in the grassy green fields area is he does some low fly-throughs in some areas. So if you try and get any sort of height, it'll just, well, it's not like he destroys anything, but he clips through it. It doesn't look as nice. So now that the belt system is all set up for that one, I just gotta grab the last little bit of steel. And then I'm also going to make sure, let me take a bunch of my, I don't need all this concrete in my inventory right now. I do need actually more copper sheets because we're going to have to do a whole bunch of pipe works and a couple of pumps too to get it up this high. But that should be okay. I think we'll just kind of pump it up and over, and then we'll kind of, you know, leave enough space to walk around underneath. I might start, you know, having some things just kind of sit higher up so that things are a lot cleaner for moving around. And it just kind of changes up the builds every now and then, right? Instead of just having everything all flat and all along the floor, we can, you know, try some new things. So that should be pretty much it. Let me go grab the steel beams and we'll come back and finish this off. All right, just jumped ahead a little bit. Got the belt running underneath into the merger over here. And then I actually ended up changing my mind about running that one underneath as well. And just had the one run underneath. And this one I just also raised up like the one on the other side so that there's plenty of room for me to still pass underneath and do all sort of logistical maintenance and work and stuff like that. So now we can go ahead and move on to setting up this pipe system, which honestly, pretty straightforward. It's just going to be mixing all these pipes together, just like that. And then we're going to bring it around to line up with that pipe right here on the outside. I'm going to bring it to right here. And then I'm going to bring it back to myself a nice 90-degree turn here. Then that pipe can just kind of go out like that. And then this one is going to get mixed together with those two over there. So we're going to be bringing these around the corner, keeping them kind of separated. Make sure there's enough room for everybody here. I'll snug them up just a little bit here. Okay, so brought those both around the corner now. So this one is actually going to get fed into here. I don't think that's the straightness that I want though. So let me just bring it out just a little bit more. Kind of like that to line up there. These two can line up like that. And that'll make this output 300 here. And then bring this one around as well. This is also going to put out 300. And then we're going to bring both these pipes up, which means I'm going to have to get rid of this flower here. Unfortunately, but that's okay. Grass is kind of in our way anyway. Okay, so we're going to set these up so that they come up straight. And then I'll grab pipeline wall support, put it right next to it. Just like that. And then I should be able to drag these ones straight up there. Make sure I go all the way. I think that's about as far up as you want to go. Technically could have got one more, but there we go. Okay, so I'll hop back up top now so that I can finish the pipes from up top. Although actually, hang on, while we're down here, let's get these pumps on. So they definitely have enough to lift up there, so I don't have to worry about that. But I feel like I might as well put the pumps, because I don't have much room to work with going up the pipe here. So all my head lift is kind of right there. So let me grab, see how far up these go. Let's go all the way up. Okay, yeah, this should be fine then. go. We'll connect these up to power. Actually, I might as well just connect these up to power too, right? Okay, I hooked up all the water pumps to power just to kind of get them going and set them all to 100 just so I can kind of figure out what sort of water pressure I'm working with here and, you know, making sure the pumps work and everything. So I'm just going to head on up top and then we'll be able to watch this from above. But that should be pumping up high enough, like, you know, that one actually isn't getting the water yet, but it will. You can see it just kind of making its way through the pipes that went out a longer way to go. So we're going to head back up on top and then we can finish bringing the pipes over to the actual refineries. And we can actually move on with the rest of this episode because this took up most of it. But, you know, the rest of it's kind of just chill and relaxing and just putting together a couple different road blueprint pieces that you can download if you want from my Google Drive. All free, of course. I mean, if you do want to support the channel, we do have channel memberships. We have a Patreon. It definitely helps, you know, helps keep the bills paid. And, you know, eventually I'll be able to start upgrading some of my computer gear. But anyway, let's grab these pipes and we'll bring them over. We'll loop them just underneath here because I don't want to lift them up. I guess they have to go up a little bit higher to be able to reach into where they're actually going to be going. So let me see. I wonder what the height actually is. Probably about maybe that. Probably would have helped for me to look first, but so let's grab from here. Okay, so it's right there, right? So we go back to. That lined up? Or is there like an ever so slight slant downwards? I think it's like an ever so slight slant downwards. So let me take this out real quick. Maybe I can just do it. If I grab these. You just put it in front. You just drag it up all the way. Oh, that's why. Okay, so we'll have to go down a bit. Oh yeah, because I guess the pipe is sort of parallel with that, right? So, oh, okay. Actually, I know how to deal with that. So let me grab the pipeline supports, grab them, put them right, make sure they're in line. We'll put these here like they are normally, and then I'll have to put in a couple shorter ones. Say right about here. Actually, I guess these ones might not even be needed, but I'm getting them anyway. And then I can go like that. Okay, so the other one actually needs to go to the other side. So that's going to have to be a long pipe. Suppose what I can do is just put it around like the back side. So let's connect these two up like that. But not quite, because that wasn't straight. Let me take this out for a second. Oh, out of iron plates. Okay, they're right here. Okay, let me grab those, move back really quick. Alright, sorry to skip ahead. It's taking me too long to do that. So the pipes are now just wrapped around the back. I kept them pretty tight. I just have to reconnect that belt right there. This one belt, or the one pipe of 300 just comes around all the way around the back side to fill in from this end. And then the other one at 300 fills in from this end. So it would technically be a pipe full of 600. But basically getting 300 from this side, 300 from this side, and it should keep this whole system filled. if there's any issues, we'll probably have to make some changes going forward. But and then, like I said, once we get to Mark II pipes, you can just kind of dumb the whole thing down to one pipe anyway. But for now, that's pretty much good to go. The water should, if the water isn't getting up into here, like it looks like it's not, that means I am going to have to add in a second pump, because I'm not getting enough head lift. Which I'm not necessarily going to be surprised by, because I think where I put them, it would, like, the head lift basically gets literally to right here. So let's find out where. Okay, so it gets to about here. So let me see if I put pumps here. Will that just get it the rest of the way? I mean, obviously this kind of sucks because it doesn't have to even go that high, but oh, also those are clipped into the belt. Okay, it was being a little weird, so I had to drop them down just to over the, because it seemed like the head lift was like right there pretty much. So I just dropped them down. Then that's, so this shouldn't give me a number of problems anyway. Like those ones only had to give me like a 4-meter head lift. So now these are at 16 basically, and those are probably at about like, I don't know, maybe like 8 to 10, somewhere in there. So that should be perfect now. Now the only thing we have to do is hook up the refineries and the smart sink, or awesome sink, so that those are connected to power. So let me just do that really quick. Where's the power connection I can pull off of? Probably this pole right here. Okay, so I want to change this out to like be cleaner in a little bit. When I have the actual materials for building my clean power support infrastructure. But for now, just to get the concrete up and running, so I can feel accomplished. Let's get, oh, that's, I don't like that. Let's get these hooked up here. Awesome sink in there. Concrete flowing into here. Excellent. Okay, so yeah, obviously, like I said, this isn't going to be 100% efficient just yet because I need the Mark IV conveyor belts for everything. But that is technically, at least that done off our list for now. So we can go like this, take our concrete production overhaul off our to-do list for today. And then, you know, we'll work on decorating this a little bit more in the future. Have this like as this, I might even, I don't know. Do you guys set up concrete going into a what are they called? Dimensional depot? Can I speak English? Do people put their concrete into the dimensional depot, or is it like something you're just like, you know what, I'll just load that up into my inventory and then we'll be good to go? That's what I'm kind of trying to learn is like what, since you're sort of limited on how many dimensional depots you can have, I'm kind of wondering like what do I dedicate the dimensional depots to? And probably early game too, I got to imagine concrete's probably an easy one to just throw in there. But yeah, so that is running for now. Let's, we do have a lot of concrete on me, right? Okay, yeah, so let's head on down to our blueprint machine on just down over there. And we will start throwing together a quick couple road blueprints for these here tractors so that I can actually have them bring in the plastic and the rubber back from, I really don't like having to run back and forth all the way over there. I mean, we will eventually, but I don't want to have to haul stuff, so we'll just have a tractor do it for us. First thing we're going to do, though, we're going to check in here with Larry, see if he's got anything good for us. Got a couple of bird friends moving it. 9 computers. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you. All right, I'm just unlocking smokeless powder really quick, and then I'm just going to let it, Ada, I'm assuming she's going to have a voice line for us. And then I'm also going to unlock the expanded tool belt, get myself one more hand slot. I realize we're probably not going to be able to get to do the explosive rebar because I think that takes smokeless powder to actually craft, and like same thing with some of this stuff. So we're a little ways out from doing the smokeless powder because I'm pretty sure you need plastic for that. But I mean, we at least got the black powder for now. So let's go ahead and unlock this one right here.
Tool belt expanded. I compounded sulfur's tristatic atom matrix into a quadrimensional gate vortex. You can now carry more stuff.
Nice. Left carrying more stuff. And then we're going to go ahead and research smokeless powder, and then she's probably going to tell us something about new weapons.
Research completed. Smokeless powder recipe unlocked. New sulfur research available for the development of high-end weaponry and ammunition.
Alright, so we just need 200 smoke. What does it take for smokeless powder to be crafted? I think it's in an assembler, isn't it? Smokeless powder, where are you? You are not made in an assembler, which means you're probably made in a manufacturer, which means that's not happening for now. I mean, you can probably craft it in here, right? Smokeless powder. Nope, can't even do it in there. Okay, so I guess you have it, but you can't craft it by hand. Interesting. Unless I'm just blind and I'm not paying attention to things, but it doesn't look like you can make smokeless powder. Nope, I don't see it anywhere, so I'm assuming no mas. Just kidding, it's made in a refinery. Okay, so it's... Yeah, I can't really make... Can I buy some? I mean, I can buy some. You can buy 100 of it. How much do I need for... Oops, not that. Sulfur. 200. I guess you have to buy 2. I mean, that's not the worst, but I mean, like, what are you going to do? Like, can't really do much once I unlock it, so we'll just leave that for now, and we'll jump into our road blueprints. Alright, welcome to my awesome blueprint area. So, I built my catwalk kind of up off my lookout tower here to give myself a nice little bit of an overhead view for doing this. Makes it a lot easier for you guys, and a lot easier for me. So, let's go ahead and jump right into doing these little road blueprints for our tractors. Now, this is going to be pretty straightforward. I'm not going to be doing anything crazy fancy by any means. These are actually going to be pretty similar to road blueprints I've used in the past. Although I think honestly, I'm either going to dial back the street lights that I use on it or cut them out altogether. Because one, it's just adds like really nothingness. Most of the time I'm not even playing at night at this point, because when I'm recording for you guys I try and keep it a steady daytime. But it also, you know, it's a bit of an aesthetic thing really if you want to use it, but if you don't, it also works totally fine. So now I'm going to do, this is the part that's a little tiny bit, I think tricky. I'm going to be using the half foundations on the outside, not 4 meter, 2 meter. Usually do this in the 2 meters. I turn it just like that. And this is going to be like the area that you can like walk along the side of it. I won't do these on the super highways because honestly you never really walk along the super highways, but since these are going to be like for smaller areas, and probably places I'm actually in, I can actually use these for, you know, making sure I don't get run over by my tractors. Okay, so we got our 3 asphalt foundations starting in the middle that we did, and then the outer half foundations on the very ends. Now, to make it actually look like a real road, I'm going to have to go and buy the actual road patterns from the awesome shop really quick. Kind of forgot about that part.
Fix-It does not guarantee improvement of workplace readability, efficiency, or safety with use of these patterns, since the process of deployment is dependent on pioneer skill.
Thankfully, for me, I had 19 points. So there's hanging out in here. So now I unfortunately will have to carry these because I don't have another one to print that back onto. But that means we can go ahead and be back on over here. I didn't think she was going to say anything. That's the only reason I kind of cut in there. But now we can hop on back up here and put in our actual road lines. So the way I like to do it is take a center dotted line, put that right down the middle like that. And then on the outside, not like that. You can either do patterns like this on the side if you want. I like to keep this center part, or this one line open, in case you end up needing to put like some turn like a turn signal or something in. So I actually end up using the road barriers. So we're going to grab our road barrier here. But I think I'm actually going to use the high barrier because I think I actually like that just a little bit better. And then, yeah, definitely not the low barrier. Road barriers are like, road barriers almost make better in the centers. I kind of like the high barrier to help keep the trucks from driving off the side. Plus they look kind of cool. And then I think what I'm going to do, maybe even do a beam underneath. This I'm going to have to go down here for. Oh no, I do kind of like that design they have on the bottom. Because yeah, if you put a beam down, I mean, it looks fine. I think what I would do is I would just make it copper like that. That's pretty cool, actually. That does look pretty cool. Actually, no. I think what I'll do, that'll be like the edge of the super highways. And then this one, I'll just, since it's like a smaller section, I'll have this, we'll actually use the roadways on this one. Road barriers. So I'm gonna have to get smooched, so they leave me alone while I'm trying to build stuff here. Sounds like I'm about to do some smooching. Unlucky for you, though. Wait, where is he? Oh, there he is. I have stun rebar now. So it sucks to suck. What about you? What do you want? Ka-chow! Not... I mean, I suppose... Can you attack them with the chainsaw? Good question. I never really tried to attack one of them with a chainsaw before. But anyway, yeah, so here we go. Now we got set up like this, and then we'll do like tarps. No, we'll just do construction vents on the outside. Like that. Are they like hanging off the side? Can I, that's fine. They can hang off the side. Not a big deal. So that kind of works. That'll keep me from running off the edges. And then... only other thing I really want... Let me try and put a beam on along here. See if I like this way this looks. I do... like, I liked the way that copper beam looked. Not gonna lie. Didn't mean to make that copper finish, but... how do I change it back? There we go. And what if I change these to, like, black? It doesn't look too bad. Although I don't think... I think that'll actually be more annoying than it would be helpful. I'm gonna make the rest of these black, though. Yeah, the only reason I think it would be more annoying than helpful is because... wait, why can't I... I don't have a... there we go. There's the white one. Yeah, the only thing that I like to make sure is that tractors don't like drive up and over these things, which sometimes they do, but it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Oh, never mind. I just realized, like, that's painted, like, look at that. I mean, you wouldn't see that like when it's connected to stuff, but you would definitely, you'll see that from below. So we'll have to figure out which one of these to change over. I guess I could just change this to just be everything white. I'm sorry, what? How is that? Hey, I'm confused now. How did, what? Okay, there we go. I guess it was some kind of color changing glitch that wasn't working. So, I mean, I guess it could have also, oh no, concrete shows up as orange still for some reason. It's interesting. But anyway, so that is now our road blueprint. That's our 4x4 piece done. Just a little flat section. So We'll set this to be our road blueprint, 4x4 straight. Okay, calling it road 4x4 straight, 2 meter thickness, 4x4 section of tractor road. And it is in my, just make sure I save that. Yeah, that's fine. If you go into my blueprints now, we have a section for roads with a subsection tractor roads. I don't know why that's not in there anymore. Where did it go? There you go. Okay. I don't know. Like my game just kind of stopped working all of a sudden. So now the road is in the road section. And I can actually build things again, thankfully. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to build what I usually use as my ramp sections. So we're going to go ahead and clear the blueprint designer. There we go. And we're starting fresh. So we're going to grab, I can do this one from down here. So we're going to grab our double ramp, 4 meters. I have to start from one up. There we go. I had to put in the 4 meter foundation first. So now we've got what is going to be, I usually like to use a bit of a lighter incline. It doesn't really matter. As long as you don't go like too crazy steep on your incline. The speed doesn't get affected too much. Although if you have too much of a decline, your speed can increase by a lot, which can cause some shenanigans if you go too fast. So I usually like to just kind of go from here. And I only like to make it in one small section like this, so that I can kind of adjust in small increments, like if I need to go up and down or not. So now we're going to make this also into asphalt foundations. And then going up along the side, what am I going to do for this? Oh, hello, sir. Would you like a... Can you eat it? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure where they ended up, so... Oh, seems like he's down. Seems like he's down to party. All right, cool. All right, well, that was nice and handy since you're literally right here. Let's just go ahead and put you in with, actually, we'll call you... You're going with Larry. You're now Barry. Barry and Larry. Here we go. All right, get on in here. Get up here, bud. Come on. Come here. I know you want to come up. Come on. Come. Do I have to remove this one too? I'll remove this one too. That helps. Okay, I got one on me. Hello. This is Larry. He brings me motors. Hello? Are you not coming up? There we go. Okay. About time. Okay, there we go. You guys hang out. I'm going to go back to work over here. Now, there's 2 ways you can kind of go about doing this. You can either just put, you could build like rails going up along the side. You can do it like this. You have modern railing, you put them in like this. That's probably what I'll do for the smaller highway, but the bigger highways, like when I do the other, like the big ramps, wait, you can build outside. What? It's that easy? Huh. All right. What I was going to try and show you how to do is that I lock it in place with H and then I slide it over like that. And then you just do the patterns, half factory zone, and like that. So it ends up being like if you need a walkway up the side, kind of ends up working like that. And you can put a rail on either side, and then this is your little walking spot. So I think that's actually what I'll do. It seems to be one of my favorite ways of doing it. So just lock it into position like that. Put a modern railing on either side. Hit it with the factory zone. Hit it with the middle line. And there you go. There's not really like any, like if you really look at it, like obviously this is solid not moving, like this causes some issues, but I mean literally as soon as you step away from it you don't notice anything. So I think that'll be the way I run my upboard. It goes up and down. I'll show you like when it comes to actually building the roads, I'll show you guys how to use these properly if you have any issues. But this is pretty straightforward. This is our ramp piece. And this is not the sides I did last time, but this is the sides I'm going with this time because I kind of like the way they look. The only time you'll have an issue is if you try and put like a spray down on it, but I never mark like the actual ramp, so this ends up working just fine. All right, so that is road ramp all finished up. We got road ramp for tractors with side walkways. That is saved in my normal spot. So now that means, well, I'm going to just grab this stuff out of here, take that off. That means now if we go to blueprints, I'm actually going to set this to my hotbar here. Number 3 will be my roads hotbar. We go 1 and 2. Just show you guys really quick, just so you have an example. We get to some flat ground to work from, just to make it a little bit easier. There we go. We'll start from right here. So let me grab some starting foundations to work from. Let me just put 3 of those down, so I know where my center one is. And then we're gonna grab our blueprint number 1, 4x4 road straight. We're gonna try and clip it onto here if it'll let us. This might be, oh, I have to set it on top. I remember now. Okay, so I'm gonna set that. Here, let me get rid of those then. There we go. Okay, so we'll grab number 1 here, and we want to be able to set this on top. If it's going to be nice to me, actually maybe I'll just do it right there. That'll work. I want to line it up though, make sure it's on the world grid. I mean, I'm probably going to get rid of this one. It's just a tester piece. So there is a giant section of our road put down. And then you can grab road ramp, turn into position. So you have blueprint mode, which you don't want to use when I'm building. Like, I'm sure other people are better at setting this up than I am using the blueprint mode, but I always build it in normal mode. And the way I kind of line it up is just kind of straighten it out like that. And then you can just kind of keep going up, straight up from there. And that'll be, oh, I forgot to change the color of these things, but that's okay. That's your road ramp up. And then so now you can connect, so say like this. This is the straight piece going on the front. And then so now I'll show you quickly just how to do the down piece. I'm just going to fly for this just to make it easier. But so you see if you grab the road ramp and you try and put it on here, there's not really any way of actually getting it to, like unless you have the infinite nudge mod where you can nudge things up and down, which should make this a lot easier. But what you can actually do is you can grab a 4-meter foundation. You can stick it right on the bottom right here. And then grabbing the road ramp, just look at the 4-meter foundation. Make sure you're actually lined up with the top of the road here. Snap it in like that. And then to bring it down, just going to put another 4-meter foundation on the bottom of that. Actually, no. I think you can just bring it straight out like that. Let's see if that works. It does. Okay, yeah. So you're basically just got to bring 4-meter foundations down as you're doing them. I guess even 2-meter foundations might work. And then just keep bringing them out like that. And then you can just hook the road ramp on there. And that's how you go down. And then you can just take the 4-meter foundations off the bottom. We'll visit in another episode because I'm kind of running out of time here a little bit. We'll revisit like building some like big support arch pieces and stuff. We'll do those in blueprint form as well. And then we'll actually, instead of just having like free floating road pieces. Oh my god, that was hard to say. Yeah, I think that actually looks pretty good. I gotta color change some of these so they actually, kind of color coordinate a little bit better. But that's pretty much how so if you want to use those blueprints. They're for anyone to use. They're down in the description. Or the Google Drive the link is down in the description. I'm just going to delete these for now because this is not actually where I want to put the road. But that is a good reference point. Let me take off blueprint for going forward. We see this thing's probably getting all sorts of backed up. This thing's filling up with concrete already. But it looks like the water pumps seem to be working mostly fine. Actually, I seem to be having some sort of pump issue here. But I think that's because I'm overproducing on the water right now. So like I'm not worried about things going in and out on this factory right now because I know it's not working at 100% efficiency. I'm just glad I'm getting so much concrete out of it. So now that we've got the road, I'm going to stop flying right now. Now we've got the road blueprints all finished off. We'll work on like, I'll have to make one. I gotta figure it out again how to do the one that's like a T split, like a turn. And then I also gotta figure out the right hand. I don't know if I'm gonna do, I might even take a stab at curves this time. So come back, over the next couple episodes, see if I've figured out curves or not. If I can figure out like a nice clean way of doing it. Because I mean, a lot of the times the way I ended up having to build my roads anyway, I end up slightly off the world grid. So at this point, it's not really a big deal if that happens. So road blueprints are done for the day. And that means we can finish off our episode with a little bit of murder. We're going to be heading on over, like I said, to the oil coast over here. We're going to make sure we bring along some snacks, a bunch of our weapons, and then I'm just going to be putting down a bunch of concrete platforms just to keep things from respawning before we head back on over for next episode. Alright, I think we got enough stuff ammo-wise. I've got 100 of my rebar ammo, 100 of my stun rebar, I've got my beating stick, and I've got some fruit. I'm not going to take out... There's so many enemies over there. I'm not taking them all out with this little run. I'm just going to take out the ones of the area that I basically am going to be starting from, which is, there's a pure oil node that I want to get things started from. So even though eventually I'll be able to pull 600 from it, I'm just going to be pulling 300 for now. And then we're going to be using that to make some plastic, some rubber, and a little bit of fuel. So then we actually have fuel for our jetpack instead of using this solid biofuel, which is not great. But I think a good thing will be getting that road system set up so that getting back and forth is a lot easier. I mean, it's not like that it's crazy hard right now by any means, but I guess the stun rebar doesn't work on that guy. It's alright, I got 2 of them. So that's good to know because that means I'm not going to waste my stun rebar on those over here. I know there's a few of those guys hanging out. There's this guy right here. I think I just accidentally shot a rebar. But yeah, there's going to be a few of those, even the mega ones, and then there's some spitters. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to be running into, so it's going to be action packed for the next couple minutes. So we are going to make our way over. And yeah, like I said, I really want to get that road system up and running so that we don't have to run back and forth like this. I mean, along the water here is probably your safest spot because you're away from some of the spitters on the way. Yeah, I'll probably try and make it sort of natural. I might even include where like the road just kind of flows in and out of like the natural road they've put on the map. Because I do kind of like trying to like make things blend in as much as I can.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired.
Oh god.
It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies, but initial data suggests this might be a nest or an egg.
I don't want to talk about
the
it.
remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
The first flower taken out in this run? Interesting. There is also a hard drive here. I don't know if I've gotten it or not, but there is definitely free stuff on the ground I can grab. Oh, I remember. So this is actually where I filmed one of my shorts that went like, not viral, but like it got a decent amount of views, and people were like, "Oh my god, I never knew you could do that." One of those things was filmed right here, but was not on this playthrough, I guess. Must have been on my other one. Get out my beaten stick. There we go. So let me heal up really quick. And then we'll do the old sneaky sneak on down here. We'll beat these two guys up. And then, I mean, we'll grab this hard drive if we can. I'm not sure we have what we need, but it's exactly how I took you guys out last time. Oh, you know what? I may have actually done it on this playthrough, and then I just didn't build anything, so they respawned. Oopsie. Oh, look at that. Free hard drive. Just a super dangerous place you have to get it from. I will absolutely take the free... It's good stuff. Free stators, motors, quick wire, heavy modular frames, rubber. Oh, that rubber might actually be enough to unlock the one thing I needed in the rubber for in the MAM. Not gonna worry about you guys right now. And it looks like we are here. I'm gonna be heading on over to, I think... Where is it? Where is the pure oil node? I think it's like right here. So let's head on over to this island right here. And we'll see what sort of shenanigans we have to deal with when we get over here. So I'm not going to deal with the poison spore guys just about yet. I honestly don't really ever kill them all that much. Sometimes I do if I have like some extra nobelists to take them out, but taking them out like normally is usually not something I worry too much about. They're really not a pain unless you're trying to build like right on top of them. Okay, so I got a couple dudes here we're going to have to take out. Let's go ahead and beat them down really fast. Oh, he like came through the other one. Nice. I hit him with the stick as he charged me. He's like, how dare you? Oh, I missed. Don't worry, I got you. Yeah, the stun rebar kind of sucks when you're playing by yourself, honestly. But, I mean, I'm kind of enjoying having a little bit of everything to use on this playthrough. And it actually won't bother me if those guys respawn in, because they're actually kind of handy, but and easy to kill. These guys, however, he's shaking his head. He's like, He's like, don't even bother. Yeah. Stunned him. Now get over here, because I don't want to set that off. Oh, I didn't reload. I didn't reload. Ow. I'll hit him with the reload. Give him the 3 smacks. I was going to say, I'm going to try and chance it here. Probably could go 4 smacks per stun, and that would be easier. Okay, so this one, I'm assuming I can still crouch up to. Eat some berries real quick. Man, these things are huge. I only get 2 actual remains from them. That's impressively bad. I thought that would be getting a lot more. So I'll take this. I'll just kind of pick this stuff up. This is the pure oil node. Yes, excellent. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of mark this. Some 2-meter foundations. Just a little 3x3 platform to have us set up. And then I'll also put in, just in case, I don't think we really need it, but put a little tower there. And then let me just clear off a little bit more of this island before we get too ahead of ourselves. Like I said, the poison spitter flower things, those can stay. Not really too concerned about them. But these guys, however, are annoying. They'll sneak up on you and start spitting all over you. There we go. Take those ones out. There's someone else here. That guy. Oh, God. Didn't see you. Where'd you come from? He's a good one to have the stun rebar for. Nice. What a shot. There we go. Okay, so he's dealt with. Let's get, let's put a foundation here just in case. There's something in here, but I don't have my nobelisks on me right now, so I don't know. Hello? Thought I heard something. So that will have to wait for now. But that's okay. I'm going to put another foundation right there, just in case. It's kind of set up like an emergency don't respawn on me type thing. And then... I mean, I'll take him out just to get this free power slug. Oh, there's two of them. Never mind. It's alright. Spit on these. Spit on your friends. So it actually... I think it damages them actually too. Because yeah, you can definitely get people to kill each other in this game. I think you can also like push them into like the when this goes off. I think is really funny. So yeah, that should be fine for now. I mean, they might respawn, but that's okay. And then let me just pop over. Let me see what's up with this crashed pod over here. See if it's something I can grab. Get another free hard drive out of the mix. What do we got guarding this one? Ooh, two big spitters. Okay, well maybe I can separate them off from each other. We just engage one at a time. I may need a berry, but that's okay. So yeah, four smacks per thing seems to be a good way of going about it. Oh god. Where'd you come from? Oh, you were just a little baby. Oh, you came from over there. I see you. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to keep my eyes peeled on this island. Got a bunch of no friendlies. I was able to hit him extra times there because it is so close. It's like he's stunned, but he can still move. He just can't do anything. Free fuel. Oh, let's go. Computers. Oh, it's a good one. I got no space left in my inventory, though. All this concrete. I don't care that much about concrete, so we get rid of that. Makes so much now. Okay, so what do we got in this here crash pod? Oh, it's another free one. Awesome. Just heavily guarded, that's all. We'll take on our last friends over here. First thing I'm going to do, though. There we go. Take these guys out one by one. Oh god, there's so many. Oh god. I've played this strategically. There we go. I was gonna say, he might charge me through his dead bodies. Gotta be careful there. Alright. Got loaded up on a bunch of hog remains too. I wasn't even expecting to. Okay, so what do we get out of this? We get a free yellow power slug, which is great. Not enough space. Goodbye, bushes. Power slug. And that more or less means this island is cleared off. I don't think they'll be respawning. I mean, they might. Oh, there's another big guy over here. Might as well take him out, right? Oh god, he's got big flower over there, though. Yeah. You're gonna have to come back over to me, dude. I ain't going over there. Yeah. That's just a trap. Yeah, activate your trap card. Get over here. Come here. Oh god, I thought I reloaded. I'm so dumb. There we go. You guys are probably like, chef, reload, reload. Sorry. Okay, sufficient murder has been completed. I think that should be fine, right? Is that another crash ship pod over there? Or is that just a little nubbin of stuff? Oh yeah, it's a little nubbin of probably Caterium. That's probably why it's like gold and sparkly. So perfect. We've got our spot ready to go for next time. Make sure you guys come on back. You take murder off the list, right? That's sufficient murdering. Make sure you guys come on back next time. We're going to be coming back to this spot right here to start our first oil production spot of the playthrough. So I appreciate you guys being here once again for another episode. Hopefully it's a good one for you. Hopefully you enjoy, like, it's our biggest concrete. That's the most output we've got of anything so far. We don't even have belts for it. Oh, that's what I was like, rubber. I probably have enough rubber to unlock Mark IV belts now. So yeah, thank you guys again for being here for another episode. I will see you in the next one.